Good afternoon, guys. For those of you who would like to boost your immune system, go into the description box, click on Alaska Chaga, find out why millions of people drink Chaga tea every day. And remember, you get 10% off and free freight. And for those of you who would like to help our veterans, go to Hero Soap Company. They're owned by vets and they give part of their profits to veterans down in their luck. And then for those of you who would like to learn more about CBD products, go to martinbrodellcbd.com. It's an excellent way to support the channel as well as help yourself health-wise. And for those of you who would like to start your own business, selling CBD products, go into the description box. My email address is there. Email me, and I will send you the name and the phone number of the person to help you get started. You're working within a great company, a company that supports President Trump, and they've met with him, as a matter of fact. So let's go ahead and let's start with the Gateway Pundit. Attorney Matthew DePerno releases Michigan election forensics report. 66,194 unregistered ballots tallied in just 9 counties. Just 9. Imagine how many more there are. And we're going to see a lot more about this as time goes on. At some point, the military is supposed to take over and expose all of it. This is not being done just for its and grins. They really do have. There's a method to their madness. We can hope, and I believe there is. And then I was offered $10 million not to do this. Jovan Pulitzer on offer to walk away from his scanning the ballots work on the 2020 election results. Wow. Offered $10 million? This is Jovan Hutton Pulitzer was on the professor's record with Professor David K. Clements from New Mexico State University. During his interview, Pulitzer said he was recently offered $10 million to walk away from his efforts to scan the ballots and determine the number of valid votes in the 2020 election in various states. Wow. The professor described the interview as such. I am joined by a modern-day Benjamin Franklin. Jovan Hutton Pulitzer is a world-renowned entrepreneur, inventor, and most importantly, a patriot. Jovan holds hundreds of patents on technology used by billions of people around the world. He is also the chief authority on kinematic artifact scanning. He can detect a myriad of different forms of fraud on any piece of paper. This includes election ballots. Meet the most feared expert in the world that every corrupt politician is trying to stop. Our country's future hangs in the balance. We address it all on this episode of the Professor's Record. Wow. $10 million he was offered to walk away. Tell me they're not scared shitless of him. Man, somebody's going doo-doo in their pants like big time. And then Antifa BLM violently attacked reporter, put him in chokehold, bloody his face during an anti-eviction march in Detroit. Now, at some point, the crap's going to hit the fan. Do I have any? No, I don't. No inside info there. House Democrats scheduled debate and vote on reparations for Black Americans. It has nothing to do with Black Americans. Nothing whatsoever. This is about destroying the country. It's about dividing the country. That's what it's about. They want to destroy and divide. And then Facebook spent $25 million on security for Mark Zuckerberg in 2020. Mark, dude, what you got to be worried about? What's the problem? What are you so afraid of? And the nasty demand justice is pushing to expand Supreme Court. Calls for liberal Justice Breyer to retire. Huh. You know, they want pure puppets. Breyer may not, and Breyer's come out against it, against packing the court. And anyway, yeah, it's pretty nutty. And then Georgia Secretary of State Raffensperger, amicus brief, attempting to prevent an independent audit in the state's 2020 election results includes at least 7 false accusations. I'm telling you what, boy, there are some people, they are doing everything they can to keep that election from being scrutinized. And then nearly 40% of U.S. Marines have declined the vaccine, mainly over fears it was developed too quickly. Reminder, last year we reported video of George Floyd dropping a small white baggie upon arrest and officers pulling a pipe from his pocket. And Hennepin County Chief Medical Examiner says he still classifies George Floyd's death as a homicide, but other experts believe it was an overdose. And let's see here. New law, Arizona businesses can opt out of mask orders. And then what is Michigan Secretary of State Benson hiding? Why is she not complying with subpoenas and delaying producing election material requested? I tell you what, there's a lot of people that have a lot at stake here. And then here we go. New Hampshire governor will sign bill for voting machine audit. And it's on. It's on. Man. And let's see here. Pro-Trump congressional candidate Brian Harrison joins TGB's Jim Hofton, 100% fed up, Patty McMurray to discuss a Texas District 6 special election. And then updated, it begins. Only COVID vaccinated people can be evacuated from volcano-stricken Caribbean island of St. Vincent. Yeah, okay. And then crazed crew cut lady has meltdown over masking and decides to post it online. I don't think she's gonna like the the reactions. And then establishment bends the knee. Trump to give keynote speech at RNC donor retreat. And Taiwan vows to open fire on Chinese drones swarming its islands. And investigators for Attorney DePerno reportedly discovered modem chips embedded in Michigan voting system computer motherboards. More and more stuff comes out all the time. All the time. And let's see here. Louisville police. Let's see if it'll come up. Louisville police sent out to arrest murder suspect, but happened next was a little bit on the insane part. And it says here, Louisville police were sent out to arrest murder suspect DeAndre Smithers on Friday, who is wanted for a homicide in the city on March 16th. Smithers was spotted by police and fled to a nearby apartment building in the Park Hill projects. The LMPD SWAT team and hostage negotiating team were called to the scene. And locals wrestled. That's when all hell broke loose. Locals wrestled with police as they attempted to arrest the wanted killer. And yeah, it is nuts. It is nuts. Here you have all these police too, with these face diapers on, and yeah, these would be called the projects. And yeah, the people there, they're going to band together, no doubt about it. And
LMPD officers arrested the suspect DeAndre Smithers under a warrant for a homicide that happened last month at 12th and Hill Street. But before they...
Anyway, yeah, it's you know, you just can't hardly. Some of these projects, it's just them against the police. It's them against the whole world, is how they look at it, and they do their best to take care of their own. Let's see here, how much time have I got left? Let's go to Zero Hedge. So BLM founder branded fraud after buying $1 million home in mostly white LA enclave. You know, so don't be surprised if this gets taken away from her. Um, I mean, some of the people within the movement, they are not happy campers at all, and they're really calling her out. And so, uh, as someone said here, she had a lot of options on where to live. She chose one of the whitest places in California, Whitlock said. I mean, she'll have her pick of white cops and white people to complain about. That's a choice, bro. And as this person says, for somebody that claims to love black people, it's kind of strange that she chose a place to live that's practically devoid of black people. And not only that, this person says, why is she getting rich off BLM movement? Shouldn't this money be going to black neighborhoods and struggling black families? I'm telling you what. Here's this person. Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrice Colors just purchased a $1 million mansion. She pimped the murders of black folks, especially black men and boys, to get that mansion. BLM founders are after the bag. They don't care about black people. That's why it's time to purge. That's from Quentin Blanton. I tell you what, the shit's going to hit the fan with her. And she ain't going to like it. What else here? It's not money. Desperate ECB downplays cryptos as market cap soars above $2 trillion. Seattle Elementary School won't let city remove giant homeless encampment as students return to class. They made it very clear they did not want to relocate those encampments unless they can place those people into shelter. What else here? Multiple New York Times staff previously worked for CCP controlled media really wrote that working for the CCP sometimes has its benefits. Interesting. Yes. Yeah, that New York Times staff is getting more interesting all the time. U.S. farmers celebrate as corn exports near records. Thank you, China. Yeah, that's because they need their food for their pigs, I believe. What else here? Is a cultural revolution brewing in America? You bet it is. You bet. One like we've always dreamed of. And then why is the Bitcoin curve so steep? And could a Bitcoin ETF be the worst possible thing for crypto? Beware of the cryptos. Let's see here. Buchanan, vaccine patriotism versus vaccine globalism. Possible tornadoes, strong storms rock Florida panhandle Saturday morning. You guys stay safe down there. Man. What else here? Looks like nuclear winter. St. Vincent wakes. Yeah. If enough of these volcanoes went off at once, we would have instant winter. And then McDonald's to close hundreds of Walmart locations. It says Walmart is losing hundreds of in-store McDonald's locations that have seen diminished foot traffic during the pandemic, the Wall Street Journal reported. And then the U.S. economy is now run by women. Doesn't matter who it's run by. It has to be run by somebody that knows what they're doing, and these people don't, male or female. Hasn't been run by anybody that knew what it was doing since Trump. And let's see here. Newsom neutered again. Supreme Court blocks California's restrictions on in-home religious gatherings. And the ruling is the 5th time the nation's highest court has overruled the 9th Circuit Court of Appeals. And let's see what else here. Alabama slapped a $2.8 billion antitrust fine as analysts ponder whether the worst is over. Let's see here. U.S. homes snatched up right away as market drain of supply. And let's see how much time I have left. That's going to be it for now. God bless you. Have a great day. And thank you so much for your support. Bye-bye now.